Hey guys, sorry it's been so long since I made my last video. I've had my camera away at Samsung for the last month or so getting repaired, and obviously I haven't been able to make any videos without a camera, so just a quick video mainly to see how the camera's working, but also something funny happened. Since I finally got the camera back, it seems the way of the world that something else will break. And that something else was the HTC Droid DNA that I unboxed for you guys a few months ago. Just got the charger and everything I needed for the camera too, so I could finally charge the battery and use it. And lo and behold, this morning, this happened. This is the first time I ever dropped this phone. And it was from about a foot off the ground while I was getting out of my car. And as soon as it hit the ground, I knew it had cracked. It just makes the most gut-wrenching cracking sound that I've ever heard. It's not like a normal where it's like a bump and a slide when your phone hits the ground. It was like a bump, crunch, and slide from about a foot off the ground, which is what amazed me. First time I ever dropped the phone. See a little better if I turn the screen on. I mean, just look at that. It went from this top corner all the way down and finally stopped right there. Everything still works fine. Like, the digitizer is fine and the underlying LCD3 display is fine. But man, that glass got screwed up. Even the camera, the front-facing camera, which is behind the worst part of the cracking right there, you can kind of see it, that even works fine. It's only obstructed a little bit, obviously, by the broken glass. And this is Gorilla Glass 2, so I thought it would hold up a lot better for the first drop. But it didn't. I mean, it's kind of part of the design of the phone. Like, sorry if this is kind of weird angles. I'm doing this, obviously, holding in my hand. But the Droid DNA has this infinity edge, which instead of a normal metal bezel around it, it's got actually another separate piece of like kind of plastic or glass. You can kind of, yeah, you can see it kind of separates right there. And while it feels really nice when you're using it because you really don't hit an edge, what it basically does is if anything hits it, it takes the impact and then just projects it inward right into the glass. And this glass spiders. I mean, I've seen iPhones thrown out of the third floor window of a building that have less damage done to the screen than the Droid DNA. And I'm just amazed. And it also proves that Verizon's $30 case, which I bought when the phone first came out, does literally nothing. And since this is such a new phone, there is basically, well, there is no suppliers selling repair parts right now. So I'm going to have to actually send this to through Verizon to get repaired, and it is going to cost me $220. Which, that is $20 more than the phone actually cost when I bought it on contract. But man, this screen also, it didn't just break, like it shattered. There's chunks coming out of the corner right there. And there's actual spots where the glass is being pushed up, which I think has a lot to do with actually how tight Verizon's holster case is. Because it is pretty tight on the sides, and the glass is just pushing up, like fragments are coming out. I had to call somebody real quick after I first broke it, and I could actually hear the glass kind of like shifting against my ear. I put this really cheap small screen protector over it just so I could use the phone still without pulling chips of glass out and cutting my finger. I'm just so upset with myself though that this just had it sitting on my lap, wasn't thinking about it, got out of the car, it slid right off my leg. But I was in a short car. It was only about a foot to the ground and it just shattered. So, yeah. Looks like I'm going to be shelling out some cash to be getting this fixed now. Now when I get this back, my phone's probably, or the camera's probably going to die again. But I'm definitely going to be talking to Verizon about getting my money back on this case. This case literally does nothing. It helped nothing in the fall. But, yeah, that's just kind of the way life is, isn't it? Well, that's about all I have to say right now, guys. I'm going to try to have more videos coming out soon. And I'll probably do another video with the phone once I get it fixed. I'm definitely getting the OtterBox for this phone once it's fixed. And not the commuter, definitely the Defender. Because I love the feel of this phone, but I cannot be shelling out $220 just because I like the way a phone feels. So, yeah. That's it, guys. For more tech videos, unboxings, reviews, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks, guys.